right, big breaking news, guys. Cop cars are being lit on fire. Riots are breaking out right now inside the United States. Wells Fargo Bank has been attacked, and we're going to show you all the pictures, all the details of everything, because this keeps happening more often. And this isn't from a blizzard, this isn't from a tornado, this isn't from anything else. This is happening because organized groups are attacking government facilities and businesses. All right, so let's get into what's going on here. You can see 6 arrested after violent protests caused mayhem, set Atlanta PD car on fire in downtown Atlanta. All right, this just happened last night. This article is from 9:42 last night on January 21st. And you can see here, here's some pictures of what exactly is going on. We're going to show you everything, the cop cars. We're going to show you the people. We're going to show you the building smash. But this is what they're doing. They're lighting fireworks and shooting them at businesses, buildings, cop cars, innocent bystanders. People are just walking by and getting hit with fireworks in the streets right now. They're also smashing windows. All right, you can see people right here dressed in all black, have their face covered, and they have hammers. Look at that guy on the right. He has a hammer in his hand. What is going on? And the other guy has a hammer too. It's just, this was the clearest frame I could get where you could actually see this guy's holding a hammer. They are running up to businesses and smashing the business. And they are doing this apparently because a new police training facility is opening in Atlanta. It makes no sense. And these groups, it said this group has been camping out in the woods for months on the Atlanta Police Department's property for this new training facility. It's like, how are they getting away with this? How are the police not handling this? And now it said, oh, it was a peaceful protest, and it's turned into chaos. All right, you can even see, oh yeah, this headline here. All right, protests over planned police training facility in downtown Atlanta at a Fox 5. And this is apparently, this is a protest dressing up in all black with your face covered and having hammers and smashing. This definitely seems planned. This doesn't seem like it just broke out randomly, like, oh, people just got a little crazy. This guy had, how do they have hammers? They brought the hammers there. This was planned. Multiple people had hammers and were smashing businesses and windows of Wells Fargo Bank. And the mayor was even saying, we'll get to that in a second, that most of these people are from out of state. They're not even from Georgia. So how is this all happening? And it's one of these things, I want the police to work. I want to be able to call emergency services when I need them. All right, that's important. But at the same time, you never know when there's a real emergency, if they will actually be able to respond in time, respond appropriately. A lot of times these things just happen quickly, and your block's having cars being burnt down. They can't even protect their own police buildings and cars and property. They said these people have been camped out on their property for months protesting this, and now it's inflamed into these riots. All right, so they can't even protect their own property, which is sad. It's sad. I don't want America to be in this point, but this is what we're getting to, and society is slowly deteriorating, and we are going to see more and more of this. Let's get into what this cop car that was burning looks like. All right, here's one frame. And it's just crazy. This is an Atlanta PD cop car. All right, how are people doing this in the middle of a giant city, and they can just get away with this, smashing up buildings, bringing hammers and dressing in all black and camping on their own property? There's another more zoomed out frame you can see, and then there's the car afterwards. A firefighter got the situation under control, but the car is completely totaled, ruined, and burn up in the back. All right, this is crazy that this is happening in 2023 America, but we've seen stuff like this even just the past 5 years. We've seen multiple times where there's massive riots, massive situations that are supposed to be like protests or whatever, and they turn into fires. People rioting after this blizzard. People were looting the Aldi. I made a whole video on it, how they looted Aldi. All right, it wasn't even like they were trying to get a flat screen. People were just looting grocery stores too. Those got looted too. All the flat screens got looted too in Buffalo, and I think it was Western Buffalo. But people were looting grocery stores too. It's gonna be one of these things where nothing's gonna be safe. Here's another picture where you can see here people are just lighting off massive fireworks on the ground in the middle of the streets in Atlanta. This is crazy and chaos, and they're all wearing black and they all have their face covered, and the mayor's saying these people are from out of state. All right, this seems like organized crime and potentially from over state lines, bringing organized crime over state lines to do criminal activities. I'm sure that's some kind of charge, and could possibly even involve like the feds. All right, this is serious. You can't just go into one of the biggest cities in America and start bashing buildings, bashing Wells Fargo banks, and lighting cop cars on fire. This organized group, and they're all wearing the same thing. They're all wearing all black and have their faces covered and are terrorizing innocent bystanders. All right, you can see here that this building here got totally destroyed. All right, just one of the many buildings that was destroyed. But just look at this. They're just busting out doors, busting out windows, and spray painting obscenities on just random buildings, random businesses, all this stuff. It's like, how is this happening in one of the biggest cities in America? And this could happen anywhere. These crime groups are anywhere, and they could be moved around anywhere. Apparently, look at what the mayor said. All right, down here at the bottom, he said, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens said several arrested people do not live in the Atlanta area or Georgia. So they're not even from Georgia at all. And Atlanta's like in the middle of Georgia. It's not right on the border or something. Like, you got to drive hours from any direction to get to Atlanta through Georgia. It's in the middle of Georgia. All right. So it's one of these things. Where did these people come from? Where did this group come from? And are we going to see more of this? It says, as peaceful protests in downtown Atlanta turned violent Saturday evening when protesters set a police car on fire and started smashing windows. 6 protesters were arrested. Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum announced in a news conference on Saturday night. Those people have not been identified and their charges have not been released. So we're not sure exactly what they're charged with. And you can see here down at the bottom, 3 businesses, including a Wells Fargo Bank, were damaged. All right, and it said that police officers eventually did intervene. They saw what was happening, and they tried to stop this from spreading to more blocks. All right, so let me know what you guys think about this. What is this group? A lot of people are claiming that it's like Antifa, all right, one of those affiliated organizations, because they wear all black, very similar. They're against the police, all these other things. So that's definitely is an option for who it could be, because they organize like this and actually do events like this. So it kind of would make sense that Antifa would do this. And they are known for being out of state and out of area. These very suspicious riots, these agitators like this that overtake, even if there is a legitimate protest, sometimes there is, and there's agitators, there's people that are, trying to run a psyop and get people worked up, get regular people worked up to do events, all right, to cause destruction. So it spreads, and then they get in trouble, all right? The agitators don't even get in trouble. So it could be a situation like that too. We'll see what they're charged with and who these people are identified as. It's kind of suspicious. I mean, maybe not, but it is strange that we don't even know who they are or what they've been charged with, and 6 people have been arrested. So let me know what you guys think about this. Definitely just another sign to get out the cities, guys. I know I always say this, but it's true. If it hits the fan, if there ever is a massive situation like this where there are riots in the city, there is civil unrest, all right? There is a martial law scenario, whatever there is, you don't want to be in the city. The city is going to be the most controlled and the most chaotic place to be. All right, and you can't grow your own food there. You can't be sustainable there. You can't homestead. All these other things come with being in the city too that are not good for survival. So get prepared, guys. Hit that like, hit that thumbs up, hit all that good gravy down below. Hit that membership site for $1. Use code $, and thank you guys so much. You have a big old blessed day.